The opt-out is a canard because if you really want to provide an opt-out, allow small business owners to opt out. This administration's policies have been an assault on small business owners, believe me, or allowed seniors to opt out of the $500 billion in cuts in Medicare, which are currently on the table.
Cuts in the private Medicare.
But Joe, it's huge. When people hear it, they think it's mostly a bad idea.
We should discuss what that really is.
Go ahead,
the $500 billion in cuts is to cut something called Medicare Advantage, which is a subsidy to private insurance. No, it's a subsidy to private. No, it's a subsidy to private insurance companies to try to compete with Medicare because they can't compete with Medicare. And when people complain about a government-run health program, Lou, what they're complaining about is a program that's very like Medicare, which the Republicans now claim to be defending. So there's a very interesting contradiction in their positions. On the one hand, they're trying to save Medicare, that government-run program, and on the other hand, they don't want everybody else to
benefits financially from getting rid of Medicare Advantage. So, I mean, there's a lot of hypocrisy to go around. But what about the idea? Well, because, I mean, I think that's one of the big groups that's pushing for this. But what about the idea of bipartisanship? I mean, Harry Reid and the Democrats had a Republican, Olympia Snowe. That would have given them cover to say that they were going to pass bipartisan health care bill. They've slapped her in the face. I mean, that is a very serious thing. They've essentially sold her down the river.
They've decided that she's wrong on the policy issue and that they don't need to cater to her to get one Republican vote.
Let me ask you this. Associated Press reports on the profits of health care insurance companies. A unique report over the weekend. The health care insurance companies have been vilified in this debate by this administration, by this president, by the Democratic leadership. About the onerous profits that they're enjoying. It turns out, according to the Associated Press survey of these companies, that they average 2.2% profits, ranked 35 out of 53 industries on the Fortune 500. Is there just the slightest possibility that the rhetoric has exceeded reality to the point that it can be a problem in moving forward?
I think if they covered pre-existing conditions, they would probably do a lot to kind of improve Americans' view of them. I think the kind of...
this isn't really what I'm asking you about the administration's problems in public relations, not that of the insurance companies, which have a major problem. They're being vilified by a sitting president with 2.2% profits, ranking 35th out of 53 industry groups in the Fortune 500.
Do they all have 2.2% profits?
I think I used the expression average, didn't I, Joe?
Right. So some of them are very large and have much higher profits.
But I think Democrats are on record saying that this industry has the highest profits of any industry, and in fact, they're 35th. I mean, that is not just...
I don't think the president ever said that.
I didn't say the president said it. I think Democrats are on record saying it.
It robs the left of a huge boogeyman that they've been trying to vilify along the way, and the president has to stop being this tennis referee. He needs to jump into the game.
The president has stopped vilifying and demonizing doctors. He's quit talking about ripping tonsils out of young children and amputating feet. That's to the good. Will we see a similar retreat when it comes to insurance companies?
Well, I think, they tried to get the insurance companies to come in and make a deal where, for example, their monopoly...
This sounds like it's not going to lead to a direct response to my question.
Probably not. I doubt the other side of
That's the Chicago way. If you don't make a deal...
Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.